Good afternoon. This is Thursday, the last day of July, and we are together for a very short edition of You Change the World, as it has been for the summer, never more than 7 minutes. Maybe I'll do a little more, maybe a little less. Anyway, welcome. Welcome on the different channels, the LinkedIn channel, the Facebook, the X, Twitter, the YouTube, especially to ask you to subscribe. I'm not giving up. I'm asking you to do so, please. That gives us encouragement, and it also makes the channel very meaningful. And then there is Instagram, and then Spotify, and all the other podcast channels such as Amazon and Apple, the Apple Store, the Google Store, and all those different things where you can find this show, where we try to address, coaching issues in the leadership field. Today, I have to say that I hesitated to bring that topic because if I talked about lying and that it does not bring a very nice image for a leader to use narratives or to create them, the news and all the different things that we have seen for the last 8 to 10 years, especially lately, it becomes, of course, credible because proofs are coming that there were a whole manipulation and probably one of the biggest scandal in the American politics. Well, it doesn't surprise me. Does it surprise you? But I'm not political here. I'm not. I just want to send a message to leadership. I want to try to clarify and understand with you, things that can be sometimes very tricky um, or subtle, but you need to discover it. You need to be very aware of it and mindful of when you're a leader to be very truthful to whoever you lead, and especially in your environment. That creates what we call psychological safety. Trust cannot not be in the leadership space. If you do not build trust with your teams and every stakeholders that you're dealing with, so what are we going to do? How is it possible to have a relationship? The truth is, it's been possible because there was a science to keep things, blurry, uh, and give the credit of the doubt. And that's what we've been seeing in the political scene. And I just want to share that in leadership, it doesn't pay off to lie. At one point, the truth is coming out, and then, your image is tarnished by it. And it's not only the image, but it's the system. The system doesn't really prove to be the right one. Um, it is biased and it has consequences. It makes people lose jobs. It makes companies to lose a lot of money. It makes politicians to lose faith and to lose passion or engagement. So I don't know what is left after that, but it is definitely a huge bankruptcy. And this is the message I want to mention here: is that leadership is not about being right, but it's about being responsible. It's about to be accountable and make other people accountable. And there is no other way. I mean, the topics that come back in the coaching space, things are not consistent when someone is creating a narrative. It's not, because at one point the reality comes up and you are comparing and doesn't match. So at the end of the day, it's a total wrong strategy. And that's what I'm trying to bring up here, that whoever is choosing this, and it could be for multiple reasons that can be even explained and justified. Someone lacks self confidence to make a decision. Someone wants to be out of the radar screen, not to be judged, not to be graded, not to be evaluated, just to be there and not be touched. The untouchable employee who will not be laid off, who will not be fired because he's so discreet, so humble, so silent. I don't think all of this works very well. You are there, you're employed, you're on payroll. We see you in the corridor. We see you when there is a meeting virtually. Even you don't put your camera on. There's so many things you can see it and watch. It's unbelievable. But when I coach a leader, and there is different issues with promotion, reviews. This reviews. This is a subject that I'm bringing up a lot because it's so upsetting most of the time. And then there is also the board of directors. There is the authority, the power. How decisions are made. Is it a result of consensus or is it just a result of imperative authority because it's going to serve one or another's purpose? Or it's going to be also a logical decision to fight competition, to gain market share. All kind of things of that nature can explain one decision or another. What can never explain anything is when things are not true, when things are based on the wrong foundation, all made up. It's not going to work. It's not going to stand. And even if it will take 10 years, it will fall apart. And then hopefully we'll put all these people accountable because they damage so many people. They damage so many things. It's damaging. It's negative. It's bias. There's a thousand things that I would like to say to list how bad it is to lie. And at the end of the day, when leaders allow untruth to thrive, they forfeit the right to be followed. It's just also falling apart. So there is a cost to pay. And in journalism, that if it's still called by that name for the profession of journalism, images can be designed to provoke outrage without truth, to distort public opinion. We live in a very misleading world. So we can see this, as another devastating reality, or we can just be ourselves, connect to our core, navigate this, and say, you know, I trust this guy and this guy because I had the experience of trusting, and that's why I trust that person. That person is truthful, this person is vulnerable, this person is transparent. I know a lot about him or about her. And then the relationship can really be founded and we can build something up. Again, the other one is total vacuum. It's, vain. It's totally empty. And this is why it's never going anywhere. In the corporate world, right? In organizations, leaders sometimes promote falsehoods to protect status, to save face, to control narratives. Those beneath them often feel, gaslighted, disempowered, confused. You know, to lie and live in lies is not just wrong; it's corrosive. It's toxic. So leadership demands the courage to resist this fabrication of illusion, of myth. And when you navigate that, you need to be very resistant about noise. There is values that we have to keep that we want. Leadership demands the courage to have those values and to display them and to really inspire around you other people for that. So I would like to make a closing on what I said. You didn't have to fix the whole world. You don't have to fix the whole world. But in your meetings, your emails, your strategy sessions, tell the truth. Tell the truth. I'm really looking in your eyes. Lead like someone is watching who needs to believe in good faith. I remember this quote, I think was Spencer Johnson, who said, integrity is telling myself the truth, and honesty is telling the truth to other people. Integrity is telling myself the truth, and honesty is telling the truth to other people. And I think that's what leadership is about. Thank you.